Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today for you guys, we are back with an MLB tier list. So let's just get right into it. Again, I apologize if I don't know anyone on this list. I'm pretty sure I know everyone. There's a few that I'm not sure, but I think I know everyone. So here we go. First, we have Nick Ahmed. That one season, he was really good. I'm gonna actually put him in the below average category. I know. I'm sorry. But you just haven't seen enough from him. But I think he's been hurt this year, so he probably will come back and be decent. So we'll wait for that. Dansby Swanson is All-Star. He is an All-Star. I think he made the team as a reserve. I'm not sure, but he's had a heck of a season. He's never really been amazing, but he's always played good defense. And, of course, has been an average player. He's been outshined by Acuna and Freddie Freeman, so... next is Jorge Mateo. I'm going to put Mateo in the average category. He's been hitting really well lately with this Orioles team doing great. He steals a lot of bases. He plays great defense. He's almost to that good category. He's probably one of the toughest people on here because I don't know really what to do with him, you know? Xander Bogaerts, also, we have our second All-Star category. Xander Bogaerts is just solid. He rakes, you know, he's always batting above 300 usually or around that mark, even though Boston's doing bad this season. Of course, Xander Bogaerts is having a good season. When does he not? Next, we have Nico Horner, I think. We're going to put him in the good category. I watched the Cubs game the other night. He rakes. He had a couple RBIs. I didn't realize how good he was this year, and apparently he is really good this year. Next, we have Kyle Farmer. I believe this is Kyle Farmer, right? Let me know. I'm going to put him in the below average category. He did have couple good hits in the past, week or so. The Reds are starting to play a little better. But I'm still going to put him in that below average category. Just haven't seen enough from him. Ahmed Rosario, I'm going to put in the average category. Again, Guardians, that's the one team I literally paid zero attention to. Besides Jose Ramirez, I just don't know. I can name you 5 players on the Guardians, probably, offense, and that's it. Jose Iglesias, I'm going to put in average category right between those two. He hits for high average. A few days ago when I checked the average, he was 20th in average in the league, batting close to that 300 range. He's one of those guys that is not going to hit for power. He's not going to hit many homers. And he's not going to get the cleanest base hits. He's going to get a lot sneaking through the infield, but he finds ways to get on base, and I respect that. I love those kinds of players. So, yeah, shout out to my man, Jose Iglesias. Tim Anderson is All-Star. He made the All-Star team this year. A lot of people say that he shouldn't, and he hasn't played many games, but his average is unbelievable. He's always above 300. Again, he's another guy like Iglesias who doesn't maybe get the greatest. He sneaks a lot through the infield, gets some infield hits, but Tim Anderson, you have to respect him. He's such a good player. Next, we have Javi Baez. I'm going to put Javi Baez in the good category. Oh, my goodness, guys. How do I pick? I'm going to put him in the good category. He's not doing great, but he's playing in Detroit. That's not the greatest team out there, not the greatest squad. And again, he was so good in Chicago, and you have to keep that into consideration. Javi Baez is still a good player. Imagine he was on, the Padres or something. I mean, they don't need a shortstop, but if he was, that would be really nice. Moving on, Jeremy Pena. Again, he's a rookie, so it's kind of hard. I'm going to put Jeremy Pena in the good category, though. He's probably, in my eyes, second in the AL MVP race. Nobody's in front of Julio Rodriguez, in my opinion. I think he's in front of Bobby Witt Jr., though. Aldebaran Mondesi, too many injuries, below average. I'm sorry. I love his card in the show. I love the play style he is because he hits high average, steals bases, but he's so injury prone. He's been hurt a bunch. Andrew Velasquez, another below average. I don't really know much about him. I just know that he's not a great hitter. Trey Turner, he's my favorite player in the league. If you guys did not know, he is He is my favorite player in the league. And for that reason, I'm going to put him in the All-Star category. And he actually does deserve to be there. It's not my bias coming in. He is a machine on RBIs. This guy bats like second in the Dodgers lineup, and he has like 60-something RBIs, probably close to 70. Hits homers. He does. And he's my favorite player in the league. If you guys didn't see that video, go check it out, please. Of me telling you guys my 3 favorite players. Go check that out. Trey Turner was number 1, not to spoil it, but make sure you go check that out. That's on my Panda Highlights channel, which this video will be posted to. Next we have Miguel Rojas. Yeah, he's average. I mean, again, the Marlins, I don't pay too much attention to them besides Jazz Chisholm, because I love Jazz Chisholm. But I would say Miguel Rojas is just an average second or shortstop. He's decent, I guess, whatever, you know. Again, none of these guys I'm going to put in the trash category. I don't see anyone here that... I do see actually a lot of below averages here on this list. Okay. Willy Adams. Good. Average. I'm going to put him right in the middle between those two. He had a decent start to the year, and I have not heard anything about him since then. He was good with Tampa Bay, decent with Tampa Bay. I don't know. He's just not amazing with Milwaukee this year. Okay, Carlos Correa. I still do think, even though he cheated, he could be... I'm going to put him in average as well. He had an argument maybe to make the All-Star team this year. I mean, he's hit some absolute moonshots. If you guys have not seen his homer, I forget, it was at home against somebody. He hit that thing a mile into, like, there's so many... I would love to go to the Twins Park, by the way, Target Field. It looks like a cool park. It looks like a really cool park. But moving on to Francisco Lindor, I'm going to put him in the good category. He had a bad year last year. He's not having an amazing year this year, but he is bouncing back. He's not hitting for high average, but, I mean, his swing is unbelievable. And he plays on a good Mets team, but still. Okay, next we have Isaiah Philippa. I'm going to put him in the average category. I mean, he hits for decent average, pretty good average. I know some Yankees fans don't really like him. I think he's a solid player. I think you have to have some of those players that just get a lot of base hits. He's not going to ever hit a home run. I don't know how many he has this year. He probably will hit like 5 or 10 this year. Elvis Andrews, this isn't A's bias, but I am going to put him in the average category. I don't think Elvis Andrews is bad. He's having a decent year this year. I think he's near 2,000 hits. I think he's been, honestly, one of the top 5 offensive players for the A's. You can make an argument for that. Didi Gregorius, I'm going to put in the below average. He's just been bad this year. He's been bad ever since he left the Yankees. I really like Didi with the Yankees, and I do want to put him in average because I know he could hit for high average, and he did hit a lot of homers with the Yankees, but now that he's with the Phillies, he had that long home run drought, which he did end, but he's just struggling this year. Again, though, he plays amazing defense, so watch out for that. Kevin Newman, another below average. As I said, this tier list, there's going to be a lot more below averages because I still see... I don't know. Kevin Newman doesn't really play that much for the Pirates, and he's just not that great. I mean, they have other options. They got O'Neal Cruz. If O'Neal Cruz was on this list, by the way, guys, he'd go in the average category at least. The guy throws 100 to first base almost. 100 miles per hour to first base almost. Okay, next we have Fernando Tatis. I mean, there's no explanation. He hasn't played at all this year. We're sticking him in the All-Star category. It doesn't even matter. He's so good. And he's going to be coming back very soon. I think in the next week. Better. It's been a while, and I miss watching Fernando Tatis Jr. highlights. And his defense is bad, but he makes some flashy plays in the shortstop position. Next, we have J.P. Crawford. I'm going to put J.P. Crawford in the average category. I think this is a player that's a little overrated, maybe. Okay, I might get a little hate for this one. I don't know. J.P. Crawford's solid, and the Mariners are doing really well. And I think maybe he's getting outshined by like players like Julio Rodriguez, because they're having better seasons. But J.B. Crawford is solid. He always hits high average, near 300. So, Brandon Crawford, I'm gonna put in the good category. I don't know. He had a great year last year, and now he's doing terrible this year. It's so hard to judge people off of this year when they had a good year last year. So it's kind of tough. Tommy Edmond, I'm going to actually put in the sneaky all-star category here for Tommy Edmond. Hits for pretty good average. He is just an underrated hitter. He's got power. He can hit homers. Doubles, singles, triples. He's got enough speed probably to steal a base or two, a few bases. Next we have Yandi Diaz. I'm going to put him in the average category, even though I think he's a little underrated as far as his average goes. I think he's hitting near 300 or maybe even over 300. Or maybe I'm just wrong. But yeah, Yandi Diaz, again, playing in Tampa. That's another team that I don't really pay attention to. There's a few teams on here I don't really. Like for the Angels, I only pay attention to Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani, really, so I don't know much about Velasquez. Anyway, Corey Seeger, you're going to go in the all-star category. Corey Seager's so good. He did not do amazing in the what's it called? The home run derby, but he would have beat anybody else but Julio Rodriguez. So yeah, Corey Seager, love his swing. He's great. Bo Bichette, I'm going to also put in the good category at the top. I think Bo Bichette deserved to be in the All-Star game, but maybe could be having a little better of a season, but he's just very, very good. Plays good defense as well. And then last we have Alcides Escobar from the Washington Nationals. I'm going to put him in below average. He's okay. He plays good defense. Hits okay. Doesn't really hit the best. Not many homers. So yeah, guys, that's going to do it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on this tier list. No superstar players. Oh, wait. I messed up here. I'm going to put Fernando Tatis as a superstar player. And then my second best is Trey Turner. Mostly because he's my favorite player, but you guys would know Trey Turner is very, very good. So that's going to do it for the video. Let me know what you think about this tier list. Tell me if I did it right. I feel like the first baseman one was a little shaky. I think this one's actually really good. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.